How's it going, guys? Jemiah's World is here. Yes, we are here and back with another video. I am finally giving you guys my March reading wrap up. Yes, I read 5 books in March. I read 1 off my TBR, 4 arcs, and 1 book club pick. And we're gonna get into it because this month for me was not super it wasn't like a 5-star heavy month like I would have hoped. I did not complete a bunch of books like I thought, but I got these arcs in, and I want to give you guys the heads up before you go out and purchase the books, give you my inside scoop on if you should purchase or if you should just wait it out. We're gonna get right into it. Make sure you guys, again, hit that like button, comment, share, and always subscribe to the channel. Make sure if you're new, comment I am new in the comments, and hit that bell for all notifications on me, Jemiah's World, and let's do it. The first book I continued on from February and ended off on the beginning of March. We have Legendborn. This is by my girl, Tracy Dion. This book is about a young high schooler. Her name is Bree Matthews. She had just recently went through a tragic death. Her mother passed away. She then wants to get away from her life and reality at home. So she ends up going to this residential school at this college called UNC Chapel. When she begins to attend the college, she comes across this secret society of demon hunters called the Legendborn, and she ends up getting intertwined with him. Okay, she gets intertwined with him. She starts to pledge. It's called like pages. That's like their little pledge ceremony they have where they want to recruit new pages to join. Bree then discovers, as she is intertwined with the Legendborn, she ends up learning new things and starts to come to the conclusion that maybe her mother's death was not an accident or not like natural causes. It could have potentially been intentional due to this secret societal thing that's going on. Her mother did not tell her things she was round up in because she also went to this school, and she ends up jumping into a lot of different things that she did not expect. This book is about generational trauma, Black identity, and how to find your place in the world. When I tell you, Legendborn opened up the door of March in a major way. This book is so phenomenal. Pick up the book, buy the whole series. There's no questions asked. I only read the first one, but I know as we keep going in the series, it's gonna be bangers constantly. This book was so easy to read. If you are not a fantasy reader, I still recommend it. I am not a heavy fantasy reader. Well, let's get that clear. This is a YA fantasy, and when I tell you it was very easy and smooth to read, it was not hard. The only thing that was kind of challenging was the magic system, and when I tell you, I recommend that you definitely annotate. You definitely try to write down and really try to gain the concept of the magic system because it's going to continue on as the series progresses. And overall, this book is phenomenal. It literally touched and pulled on my heartstrings in a major way. And Bree Matthews is that girl. And if you've read this book, you know what I mean. After I finished Legendborn, I'm on a high. Yo, what is next? I'm about to read. It gotta be a banger. The next book I pick up is called The Influencer. The Influencer is by Anna Marie McLemore. This book publishes this month in April. And after the high of Legendborn, I'm thinking I'm about to get into a thriller / mystery heavy hitter. It ended up being a downer for me. Legendborn was a 5-star. This book went all the way down from a 5-star banger to a 2-star. The Influencer is about a mother who is an influencer. She came up doing vlogs and just daily life vlogs of her life and taking care of her kids and pretty much recording everything that has happened in their life. Day to day. She is popping now. She is popping in the social media space. She gets all these brand deals and promotions. And recently in her mansion, in her home, that's like a huge, huge mansion, her husband / non-working poor husband. Okay, she makes most of the money. He doesn't really do much. But he recently dies on one side of the mansion while she's at the crib on the other side. This is how big this house is. And her daughters are named January, March, August. I feel like it was one that was May and September. When they start going down the name list, I was just like, okay, where is it gonna go? Who is it? A July? Like, I think it was a July. Her husband dies on one side of the home, and now the police are investigating to figure out what happened, who did it, and why. They're going down the rabbit hole of all these young girls, and now they're just like doing things like, okay, let's see how their life was before. Let's see how it is now. Like the detectives, they have that POV. They have the POV of multiple of the daughters who are also influencers, and a couple of them aren't. I feel like 2 of them aren't, and they want to stay away from the life. They have the POV of the mother, and they're going down the family tree and just like deep diving. This book was terrible. I don't even want to be rude like that, but honestly, it was not for me. I just didn't care. It was super superficial, and just like the characters weren't like, I didn't develop any type of nothing for them. Like the mom seemed like she only cared about the brand deals and the money. Like she didn't really give me the vibe like she really cared for her kids enough for me. And like characters were unlikable. The characters didn't even have like a development that I would want in a story like this to even come up to figure out what happened. And the only thing that was kind of interesting was detectives, but the detectives, when they interviewed the kids, it was annoying. It was just like annoying, and couldn't wait to finish it. Like I literally was pulling and pulling to finish this book. Like if it wasn't an arc, it would have got a DNF so fast. After I finished that tragedy of a book, the next book I got directly from the author's team as an ebook is called When Devils Sing. This book is by Zan Carr. This book is pretty much about rich people and not so rich people. They are literally making a divide in this town, and they're showing you what the wealthy do to stay wealthy and how they treat the other side, which is like the poor side. These people are nearly getting sacrificed for their gain. It is a lot of devil-ish horror elements in this. It is a combination of Get Out. People are going missing, kids are going missing. It's so many things happening in this story. I don't want to give too much away because I want to do a whole separate deep dive. But I rated this book a 4 out of 5 star. It was amazing. We have POVs from some of the characters in the story, and they're like teens because this is a YA horror / thriller. And they are trying to save these people. And some of the rich people's children are trying to save these people. When I tell you, it gave me so many sociological elements. I was like, this is crazy. Like it had a podcast element inside of there. It had some, what will you do if the devil came up to you and offered you a deal to change your life type of stuff. Like it really got into it. And when I tell you guys, this is a book that is underrated but will sell. Debut novel from Zan Carr will sell. It comes out May 29th, and I cannot wait for you guys to get your hands on it. It's going to be amazing. I will definitely be doing a separate deep dive very soon because it was so many things, spoiler free of course, that I want to like address, because it's connecting with how the world is and how it's been for a while and how it's continuing to go. And Zan Carr is putting the setting of this story right in the South, in the Deep South, where a lot of people don't really talk about the Deep South in their stories and in these fiction novels. So I cannot wait till you guys get introduced to her in this story because it's incredible. After The Influencer, that book gave it. Okay? After When the Devils Sing, that brought me back up to a high, like, okay, I'm about to get a banger next. The next book I read, which I received off NetGalley, is called Bed and Breakfast. This book is by A.M. Kerbash. This book is about a husband and a wife. The wife is in a funk. She's not feeling it. She's not feeling him. She's not feeling life. She just recently got another miscarriage, and she is really, really, really trying to have a child. The husband is like, let's get back to, what we used to be, like, let's go back to the old days when we first met and got married. He then takes them on a surprise trip to a bed and breakfast where they first like had their first anniversary and when they just had the best times. She is looking at him like, I don't want to be here. You didn't tell me. I have stuff to do. Like, she's literally creating things to do and she has nothing to do. They get to the bed and breakfast, and the bed and breakfast, when they go in, looks closed. He is like, we drove 2 hours and the bed and breakfast is not open, and she's already upset. So now she's gonna be like, I told you so. He is literally begging the person behind the counter, who is allegedly the manager of this bed and breakfast, to go in the room that they initially, when they first had their anniversary, same room. He just wants to go in there, cheer her up, and leave. He's like, please let me go in for 5 minutes, da da da. The manager is hiding, like somebody is after him. Then he goes back to his wife and talks to her. She's in the car. He comes back in. It's a whole nother person behind the counter. She's like, yeah, you can go up there. It's fine. 5 minutes. Of course, he had to bribe the lady or whoever it was initially with some money, but then a lady appears and is like, yeah, sure. They go upstairs. He thinks it's gonna be covered up with like tarp and like stuff like that for like renovations or whatever they're trying to do. It looks exactly the same as when they had their first anniversary, and she's still not feeling it. She's over it. She's still going through her loss, and she's just not feeling life right now. As the book progresses, it starts to get weirder and weirder and weirder. This book is a horror novella. It's supposed to be coming out in August, and I have a feeling it's some people that are going to enjoy this, and I have a feeling some people are going to be like, this is not the vibe. I definitely have the rating on my Goodreads. Link is in my bio, but I feel like when I rated it at the time, I just wasn't feeling it. But now that I'm sitting with it and thinking about it right now, it had some elements that were really freaky and weird, and like ritual vibes and like manipulation. Like, it was a lot going on in that bed and breakfast in a very quick and like rapid setting and time. If you guys want to check that book out, I do recommend it if you're into horror, because you might see something different and it might open up my eyes once I look at your reviews. But I'm still on the fence about it. Don't know if I would recommend it or not. And finally, the last book I listened to, this one I listened to on audio. It's with my book club for our book club pick. It's called Hold My Girl. And this book was about 2 women, one named Catherine, one named Tessa. Catherine and Tessa met at this IVF clinic, and they are trying to have children. They freeze their eggs and they gain a friendship off of that. And they live in the same town. Miraculously, out of nowhere, the eggs get switched, right? The eggs get switched. Catherine ends up having a baby. Tessa ends up losing her baby. The baby Rose that Catherine had is about to be 1 year old. She finds out the babies get switched, the eggs, and it's not even her biological child that she birthed, but it's her husband's biological child. Tessa is the woman that the eggs get switched with, and now Tessa is trying to gain some type of relationship and custody of her child, Rose, that Catherine had. That Catherine birthed, that she felt the heartbeat and has been feeding and just bonding with for months. This book was so hard to really like figure out, like, yo, I don't know whose side to be on. I don't know, like, it sometimes I was like, okay, Tess, she's the mom, like, that's the mom, you know, like, and then I'm like, Catherine, she been taking care of her, like, it's just a rough road in the story, and it kept going and kept getting, it was having me like in different feelings. Like, I was stressed, overwhelmed, annoyed in some areas, because it was just like, girl. Then at one point I got literally mind blown, like jaw on the floor, mind blown, to where I'm like, okay, this is just wild. Like, what is about to happen now? And then another part of it was like, okay, this could have been cut out. I feel like they're dragging it. So overall, I rated it a 3.75. And would I recommend this? Yes. It opens up dialogue. It gets you talking. You can have a very good discussion about this book in your book club, or just with family, or just with people who like reading, and just friends who just want to have open conversations about different topics. Like, I feel like this is a book that will have you thinking further than just being selfish about a situation. Like, I feel like at the end of the day, it's always about the children, but you know, we get caught up in our selfish emotions, and what's mine is mine type of thing. But overall, I would definitely recommend this story, but just know you're going to be overwhelmed. I cannot wait to just delve into April and like just really get a heavy hitter to bring to y'all with excitement and just throwing books and just going crazy. It has been a while and I need something that's gonna give me that itch in my brain that I need. And let me know in the comments what gave you that itch as well. Which, like, whatever genre, whatever that gave you that itch, let me know. Because I need to add something and read something that's gonna really bring me back to where I love to be. Thank you so much for staying to the end of this video. Make sure you guys, again, continue to support, continue to spread love, continue to be kind to yourself. And I will see you guys in the next video.